In this video, we're going to solve equations, and specifically simple equations. We're going to need a few keys to remember. The first thing we're going to need to remember is what you do to one side, you do to the other in terms of operations. So if we add 5 to one side, we add 5 to the other side of the equal sign. The next one is we're going to complete all operations. That's going to be on the left and the right hand side when we do operations. We're going to be very thorough with this. The third key is remember inverse operations. For example, multiplying and dividing, adding and subtracting are inverse operations. And the fourth thing, whatever we get as a solution, when we substitute it back in, it should make the original equation true. Looking at example 1, we have -6 times x equals 9. When we think about inverse operations, our ultimate goal is to get this to be 1x equals something. Whatever that solution is, when we substitute it back in, we'll make it true. So we're going to divide by -6, and we're going to do it to both sides of the equal sign. So on this left-hand side, we're going to complete the entire operation. -6 divided by -6 becomes 1, or 1 over 1. And then on the right-hand side, we're going to simplify this fraction. So we're going to divide the top and the bottom by 3, and we end up getting 3 over -2 as our solution. We want to substitute that back into the original equation for x to make sure that this gets us a true statement. So here, if we multiply this out, we substituted 3 over -2 back in for x. We're multiplying it out. We multiply the top, so -6 times 3 is -18. On the bottom, 1 times -2 is -2. We keep the right-hand side the same. We just carry it down. Now we simplify this left-hand side. So -18 divided by -2 is 9 equals 9. It makes it true. If this does not make a true statement, you will need to go back and check your work and find your error. So when you substitute it back in, it does make it true. Example 2, we have -5 plus x equals -6. We want the ultimate goal to be x equals, so I'm going to write that down below it. And in order to do that, this -5 is in the way. It's -5 plus x. So if we add 5, and we add 5 to the other side of the equal sign, then on the left side, this becomes 0. So it's really 0 plus x, which just gives x. And then on the right-hand side, it's -1. To ensure that this is the solution, we're going to substitute -1 back into the original equation for x and simplify it down. So simplifying this portion, -5 plus -1 is -6. -6 does equal -6. We call this the check step. It's really, really important to solving these equations to ensure that what we get as an answer is the solution, something that makes it true. Our final example is x over -3, or x divided by -3 is equal to 5. In order to get this by itself, we want our end goal to be x equals. We need to get this -3 to simplify down to 1. We need x over 1. So in order to do that, this is division, we're going to multiply. We're going to have to multiply by a fraction here. We're going to have to multiply by -3 over 1, because when we do this, we multiply our fractions. So -3 times x is -3x. On the bottom, it's -3. This is broken down to this portion to show that this ends up being 1x, which is what we want. So we've chosen the right operation. So we physically do this operation to ensure that we have gotten the right answer. And then on the right-hand side, we can do -3 over 1, or just -3, and we get -15. We're not finished yet. Let's check it. So x over -3 is equal to 5. -15 over -3 is equal to 5. So substituting that value in, and then simplifying it down, this gives us 5. This gives us 5. It checks out. It makes it true.